bonus time.
Yep, a little extra to close out Series 4.
And before we get into it, let's take a minute to land together.
So if you're able, soften your gaze or close your eyes. Notice your breath. Wherever it is right now, notice your breath. Let your shoulders drop. Unclench your jaw. Maybe place a hand on your chest or your belly and feel the rise and fall. Take one slow inhale and an even slower exhale. And as you do, remind yourself, I can pause before I speak, and that pause is power.
Thank you.
I think I needed that one too.
That's fair. Okay, so now that we're here, let's talk about the thing that ties all of Series 4 together. Those hard conversations.
The ones where you freeze in the moment or replay what you wish you'd said later in the shower.
Ugh, exactly. Today we're offering some scripts you can lean on when the words won't come.
Hard family conversations can feel impossible, right?
Especially if you grew up dismissed, misunderstood, or blamed. So absolutely. Your nervous system expects danger there.
So the words either don't come, or when they do, they come out sideways.
Yikes. I may or may not have been guilty of that a time or two in my life. And it's not because we're bad at communication. It's literally because you just didn't have safe models.
Which is why we thought, let's give people those starter lines. They're absolutely not perfect, but they're like training wheels, like a drill, enough to get you steady.
Here's our nervous system nugget. Your energy walks into the room before your words do.
Yeah. Think about the last time someone came in slamming cabinets. You feel that before they probably even spoke.
Yeah, and the opposite is true. When somebody walks in calm, grounded, your shoulders drop without you even realizing it.
So even one breath before you speak or a hand on your chest can shift the whole conversation.
Which is why scripts only work if you're regulated enough to use them.
Right? If you're revved up, the words will come out sharp.
But if you can pause first, they come out with more dignity for you and them.
So here's the tool. Something that we call behavior, impact, and need. So there's 3 beats.
Instead of saying, you don't care about me, you shift it to what actually happened.
Like when my perspective gets brushed past, which is the behavior, I feel invisible, which is the impact. I need us to slow down and hear each other, which is then the need.
I'm so excited we're doing this. Let's do it. We're going to walk through a couple examples. Ready? So, dismissed. The old way is, you never listen. The new way, when I get interrupted, I feel dismissed. I need a chance to finish my thought. Blamed. Old way, you always make me the problem. Anyway, when blame gets pointed at me, I shut down. I need us to look at this together. Intrusive questions or criticism. I know you're curious, but I'm not open to talking about that right now. Or I care about our relationship. And comments like that make it harder to stay close. I need respect here.
I love those examples. And if you want to lighten it up, that's above my pay grade right now. I just
Saw that. I just love that so much.
so for money or support, you could say something to the effect of, I'm not able to give in to the way you're asking. Here's what I can do. Or I value our connection and money conversations are tough for me. I need some clarity before I can respond. Some repair after maybe snapping at someone. I wish I had handled that differently. What I meant to say was, or I care about you and I got reactive. Can I try again?
And sometimes, even the best script totally bombs.
You can drop your beautifully practiced line and they just blink at you.
Or change the subject to the weather. That's a good one, right? Or blinking and then, how about that weather, huh?
Exactly. And that doesn't mean you failed. It means their capacity is limited. Sometimes silence or walking away is the most powerful script.
So here's our reflection for you this week. What's one sentence you've been holding in that you wish you could say out loud?
Or what's the energy you want to bring into your next hard conversation? And we'd love to hear how this lands.
Yeah, of course. If you try one of these, please let us know what worked, what didn't, what surprised you.
And looking back on all of Series 4, which episode hit home for you?
Was it realizing you were parentified but emotionally starved? Or noticing how much you masked your sensitivity? Or maybe it was the reparenting piece.
Your reflections always help us, and they help other listeners feel less alone.
Let's take a quick look back. We started with emotionally unparented, naming what it feels like to be literally emotionally unparented.
Then parentified, but emotionally starved, where you're giving care, but not receiving it.
We talked about sensitivity, masking, hiding, and what happens when your needs weren't safe.
And then came to repair, learning to trust yourself again and bringing that into your relationships.
And now this bonus, words you can carry into those everyday moments where the nervous system still wants to collapse.
Tender, raw, but so needed. So, scripts now, steadiness later. We hope you feel a little more resourced heading into those conversations.
This officially wraps up Series 4, Emotionally Unparented.
Yay! And next, Series 5, we are opening up a conversation we don't hear enough about: men's emotional health.
Now, before you think, but this podcast is mostly women. That's exactly why we're doing it.
Because understanding men's emotional worlds change how we navigate as partners, parents, daughters, coworkers, and friends.
And honestly, that's feminist work. Seeing how the system harms men too means we stop carrying all the weight ourselves.
It's going to be different. It's going to be eye-opening and probably a little spicy.
You know us. We're liking the spice, so
I
stick
know.
with us. It's good stuff. Series 5 is coming soon. And remember, healing isn't linear, and we're here for the ride.
Thanks for sitting with us today. If something resonated, we'd love it if you shared the episode, left a review, or connected with us on social. We're two therapists walk into a podcast on most platforms. You can listen and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. This podcast is for informational and educational purposes only. It is not therapy, does not replace therapy, and does not establish a therapist-client relationship. If you're in crisis, please reach out to a qualified mental health professional or call 988 in the U.S. Robin Green is a licensed therapist in Arizona, and Stephanie Edsall is licensed in Utah, but this podcast is intended for a general audience.